Still trying to figure out what?
Figure out just
everything. Life.
The whole
trying to figure out
thing.
life.
I did mess with a couple of the things. Like I can barely hear myself right now for some reason.
I can hear you and myself pretty clearly.
For some reason, I can't hear myself very loud. How about now? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Goddamn, now I feel like I'm echoing inside of my ear.
Right? That's not turned up this time, is it?
No, it is down this time. Yeah.
Okay.
I
remember that was the thing last time was you had that speaker going.
And didn't even realize it.
Yeah.
I don't think it was given.
I didn't
I think these
anything.
microphones have enough
directional.
I don't want to say noise canceling, but it's noise rejection.
Yeah.
Is what it's supposed to be. So yeah, it's
they're more directional. Than
we're definitely
Omni mics.
dialing in some stuff. It's like I messed with the audio a little bit as well. It's like I going through the buttons and stuff.
Yeah.
And trying to get things dialed in. Like I added a couple.
Oh, the Barney burp.
Yeah,
yes.
I got the Barney burp, and I figured out that it does come across on the recording as well.
Oh, nice.
Because the whole Clem Fandango came across on the last recording, and
nice.
I wasn't sure if that was going to work or not. So I've dialed a couple things in, and it actually comes across as a separate channel.
Oh, interesting.
So
you can go in and dial in that
audio separately. Yeah.
That volume when you're importing.
So then I can mess with the
importer
music.
exporter.
Yeah, I can do the music separately, but then the other audio clips come through on a different channel, but it's all coming through my PC still.
Right.
So it's nice. Anyway, welcome to
a Poor Decisions, a podcast in progress.
I really one of the things I was having a hard time. I was having a hard time sleeping last night, and literally just podcast stuff was going through my head.
Yeah, like stuff to talk about, like topics, or
and just trying to figure out like adding things to it. Like I was literally starting to make a script because I want Nigel to do like our intro for us.
That'd be cool.
And like, welcome to Poor Decisions, a show already in progress. Here's your host, Bryan and Connor, or whatever.
Yeah, no, I dig it. he would do it for us.
Oh, I know he would. He said he would absolutely. I already talked to him about it too. He said he absolutely would. I just need to get him, available.
Yeah, on a Monday.
Do it. Yeah. So anyway, let's get into I almost hit a. Here, let's do this.
How about a beer?
Let's get into it.
Because I drank quite a bit Saturday, but I didn't hardly drink anything Sunday.
I went and watched the Chiefs game with my buddy Dylan, and we killed a 12-pack of garage beer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That garage beer is a solid beer.
Yeah, he's like, it's not bad. I'm like, actually, like, for what it is, man, like to drink a light beer en masse.
It's drinkable.
And
I still haven't done the lime yet, though.
Yeah, I've refused to try the lime.
I don't know. I mean, it can't be.
I don't like. It's not that time of year, man.
Right?
It's not that time of year.
No, we're not. We're past that now. Yeah.
Yeah, they released that shit way too late.
Yeah. Well, I think they released both of them at the same time.
Yeah, but I mean, like, they should have like held off to do a lime.
Yeah, maybe like stick with the standard light.
Yeah.
And then maybe say have hey, with a little pinch of lime, you can enhance the flavors. I did see on their site that I think sometime this week they're releasing a hockey jersey.
Oh,
that looks super dope.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I just totally blanked on the name of their podcast.
New Heights.
Yeah.
Well, it's not even a New Heights hockey jersey. It's a garage beer.
Oh, okay. That's
hockey
cool.
jersey, and it just has like a giant can on the front of it.
Yeah.
It's really kind of cool.
That's cool.
I'm gonna try to keep an eye on it, see how much that thing is.
Yeah.
Gonna cost. Hopefully not, $200.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of really cool like Bears gear because Nigel showed me it was a throwback. I think it was like a Falcons throwback like sweater or something, and I'm just like, that looks really cool. And then he started showing me Bears gear stuff, and I'm just like, don't do this to me, man. I just got a little spray in your face.
Yeah, little
skeet.
Got a little schmutz on me. And
so I'm like trying not to buy expensive Bears gear that I really don't need. I only have 2 T-shirts though, 1 hoodie, and like this really nice like Levi like jacket that I hardly wear because I don't want to spill anything on it.
Yeah.
But it's super nice. And I like saw this really cool. It was like
I lost my Sharpie.
It's like a Letterman jacket with like leather sleeves and patches, and Just like, man, I don't need this, but I want it.
I think you were talking about that one to me.
Yeah, that was. I think it was.
Told you about the. Was it the henchman?
Yeah.
Jacket?
I never got around to looking at that. I got distracted.
Well,
so,
as we do.
Story of my life. I have an appetite for distraction, as it were.
Yes, and we are almost the last keg. I technically tapped the last keg, but then I ran over to the IPA to get the sixel that was over there.
Yeah.
And then tapped it. So I only poured a couple, sprayed it with a little sanitizer in the top, and
said,
we'll get to it by the end of the week. And then by the end of the week, this upcoming week, we'll be on last keg of appetite.
Oh yeah.
So cheers, sir.
Cheers. What do we have here, Brian?
This is from Diametric Brewing Company. It is called Miami Ice. It is a Goza starring. I love how he did a Goza starring. Mango, passion fruit, and papaya.
Oh yeah, I definitely get the mango and maybe the papaya. I don't really know what a papaya smells
like. I'm getting pineapple on it.
Yeah.
That has some tartness.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah,
not bad.
That's good.
It didn't have a lot of carbonation to it, though. I was kind of surprised about that.
I feel like that's kind of Goza's, though, right?
I guess so, yeah.
It's got like a nice like brightness to it, but in terms of like carbonation and mouthfeel, it kind of dissipates pretty fast.
Yeah. So, let me see. We do not have any new fan mail. So, I did come across. Let me. Here's something else I did.
It's like the loading page.
So I came across this one kind of article. It was talking about. Well, I saw a. It was a video, and it was like who drinks the most per game, NFL game.
Like fan base wise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find like that exact article, but I came across this other.
I feel like it's got to be like
image.
Either the Vikings. I think it's got to be. I'd put Kansas City up there.
Actually, they're not. So
really?
But then when I was researching that, I came across this BACtrack.com article. And it says, as part of How America Drinks series, the Backtrack analytics team analyzed over 28,000 anonymous BAC results to determine which fan base drank the most during the 23-24 NFL season. And just to keep it short, I'll go over the top five and then we'll do the bottom five. And everybody else in the middle doesn't really matter. So, who do you think are in the top five?
I think top five. I'm gonna stick with Minnesota. I'm gonna go with Green Bay. I'm gonna go with. Oh man, I want to say the Jets or the Giants. A New York team. Should you want me to be more specific than that, or
no? Because so far of the four teams you've mentioned, none of them are in the top five.
Holy shit! Really? Wow. Then I have no idea. I thought it would be Midwestern states. I would maybe Atlanta, because
Atlanta is in the top five. They are listed at 4, and their average percentage BAC is 0.085.
Wow.
So that is technically over the driving level, right?
Yeah.
Because I think it's got to be like what 0.08.
Yeah.
Straight to be. So you got at number 5. You have the New Orleans Saints at
that makes sense.
0.080.
Wow.
So they are right at that limit.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody else is going to be above that limit then. So number 4 is the Atlanta Falcons at 0.085, as is the Indianapolis Colts. They have it 3, but it also says 0.085. So based off of, going, I guess, 4 digits deep.
Yeah.
Heyo. Number 2, coming in at 0.088. is Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. That's why they all need those dirty towels.
Yeah.
To clean up all the
pukies.
Pukies, yes, exactly. And number 1 at 0.093 is Tennessee Titans.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't, but I mean, maybe they're serving a lot more
whiskey.
Cocktails? Yeah, exactly. Being.
See, I feel like Atlanta makes sense because I feel like they're trying to. Once they opened the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, their whole thing was like, we want the prices
cheap
inside
beer,
of the stadium to reflect like what you can get outside of the stadium.
Yeah. Which I think is genius.
100%. Yeah, it's going to make people spend more money.
And honestly, like it's probably be smarter before and after the game because it's not like how often do we talk about it at the bar where it's like, hey, you're going to the game tomorrow. Why don't you take
take a crowler with you.
Take a crowler with you because it's going to be cheaper.
Yeah.
You're going to get more and it's going to be cheaper than drinking inside the stadium.
Yeah.
And so I think maybe the Atlanta, they're getting after it during games or maybe they're being smarter just drinking during the games because it's technically cheaper to drink.
Yeah.
So now on the flip side, who do you think are some of the bottom 5 teams?
I think bottom 5, Denver, San Francisco, Los Angeles.
Which Los Angeles?
The Rams or the
Chargers. Chargers are in the bottom 5.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to go with Denver Broncos, the Niners, I said the Chargers.
Yeah. Well, you originally said Rams, but I said the Chargers are in it.
I'm going to say just LA, just because they share a stadium.
True.
I'm going to say Kansas City because we tailgate.
Kansas City is actually listed as number 1.
Really?
For bottom 5.
Oh, well then okay. So
we have the lowest
because everyone tailgates.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go with number 5. I feel like this is all West Coast teams I'm going with. I'm going to go with Seattle.
No, it's actually mostly East Coast.
Really?
Yeah. So at number 5, you have the Chargers with .062.
Okay.
So, buzzed, but not, above the content, right?
Well, I mean, because, who knows how far these people traveled to get to SoFi,
Very true, yeah.
Oh. Nice.
Yeah, and that was not the sound effect. At number 4, you got the Baltimore Ravens.
Wow.
At .059.
Wow.
Then number 3, New York Giants at .058.
Wow.
I'm like, okay. And then also at .058, but at number 2 is the Commanders.
Huh.
I'm like, maybe they're all staying at home and drinking.
Yeah.
And then number 1 is the Kansas City Chiefs at .051.
Wow.
I know, that's impressive.
I don't know if that's because of the cost stuff inside of Arrowhead or if it's, like I said, like, obviously they're not going to measure, people's BAC while they're tailgating because half the time people are getting stinko in that parking lot, you know?
It's almost more of a, when you're leaving.
Yeah.
And maybe people would be cautious to be like, oh, yeah, I'll freaking... But again, there's probably a lot of people that go into the games are already smashed and then not drinking during the games either. And you got to figure, 3.5, 4 hours later, you're
sobered up enough.
It's going to go, down,
yeah.
right? So, it's interesting. This whole article is actually kind of cool. I haven't read through a lot of it, but it's it says, what's the relationship between team performance and fan alcohol consumption? And they kind of they start breaking down some of the numbers. How America drinks, Super Bowl, what is that, 48 report, or not 48, 58 report. On February 11th, while you were tracking the score, we were tracking blood alcohol content levels for over 1,000 breathalyzer users across the U.S. to answer the questions. Who drank more, Chiefs or 49er fans?
I'm going to go with the Chiefs.
And then, it says... How did the game go into overtime affect BAC levels? How much did America drink on Super Bowl Sunday 2024? And then, so it's a separate article, but it says the average BAC for Super Bowl Sunday was .069.
Nice.
It says the average BAC for a normal Sunday in 2023 was .039.
So twice.
Yeah.
Wow. Super Bowl Sunday, man.
Yeah.
What do you expect? People are getting drunk.
Absolutely. Halftime? All right. Where is the overall results? God dang it. It gradually went up. So at pregame, it says it was at about a point 040, and in 23, it had gotten up to a point 080. But in 24, it's actually funny because it says at in game for 24, it was at point 080, and post game it dropped to probably about a point 0.07.
Huh.
Whereas in 23, it was at point 0.060, and post game it went up to point 0.080.
Wow.
It says the Chiefs unexpectedly score higher again. So yeah, okay, here we go. It says the San Francisco 49ers average BAC was 0.049. Do you want to take a guess on the Chiefs?
I'm going to go 7.
091.
Oh, my God.
God dang. So apparently San Francisco people are not heavy drinkers during the games. So.
Wow. I didn't think it would be that high. That's crazy.
Yeah. That is that's a cool little article though.
Chiefs fans getting after it, man.
Hell yeah.
I'm shocked. I am shocked that it wasn't like Midwest states leading the. I mean, because I think Minnesota leads the nation in drinking in terms of like drinks per adult a year. I think they're the state that drinks the most.
Yeah, but obviously, apparently not during
football season.
I mean, maybe they do, but they don't rate in the top.
Yeah.
And again, it's possibly, obviously, if you can't take into consideration people that are at home.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Because they're getting crunk.
Oh, yeah. So I would be kind of curious to see, like, what the overall is. And this is obviously a little bit more well documented, but if you had a even better documented stuff, people at home tracking that stuff, because the video I came across, they were saying that, like, the only one I remember right now is that, like, Cincinnati Bengals fans were like over 7 drinks a game.
Wow.
That's a lot of drinking in a game.
I mean, that's almost 2 beers a quarter.
Exactly.
Or two drinks a quarter, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not necessarily beers. That's a drink every 7.5 minutes.
Of gameplay.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. There's some dregs on this guy.
Yeah, I see that.
Yep.
It's a little bit older, so we might have to.
I'm gonna just down the hatch.
All right. I don't want to.
Whew. Oh, I can feel it.
No, I'm good. Sorry, I can't right now. I was off all day yesterday.
Yeah.
Like I just was dragging. Maybe it's just all the I've been working extra and
yeah.
You're not exactly feeling burnout or anything. It's just I was just worn down, because I've been doing a lot of extra work and stuff.
What is it, like 13 days in a row now?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
So, let's get into another beer then, sir.
How about a beer?
This is also going to be from Diametric. It's Sunshine, which is one of the guys who works there. They snuck this beer out on him.
Oh, really?
They said, it's a New Zealand style Pilsner. So they kept saying like they were going to have this New Zealand Pilsner, but never said like what the name was going to be or anything until they literally were releasing it.
That's hilarious.
To Sunshine.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, and he was pretty. What the hell? I'm just all over the goddamn place today with beers. Wow, that's
light. Wow.
I mean, it doesn't have a lot of clarity.
No, not at all. It looks super hazy. I wonder if that was by design.
Yeah. Brewed with Dr. Rudy and Motueka hops?
Motueka? Is that how you say that?
Motueka, is that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yeah, that's the hops that says they used.
Huh.
So, all right, well, let's get into this one then, sir.
You said New England style Pilsner?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers, sir.
That's very fruity.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of citrus, like a lot of lemon on that.
It's got a very subtle taste.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
Yeah. No, they're doing some good stuff over at Diametric.
That's really good.
I've definitely gravitated more towards Diametric of late.
Yeah.
Because I used to be.
I need to go back out there, man, and get some of those Taylor tots.
Yeah.
Man.
I know. Nigel brought some.
That barbecue's so good, dude.
Oh, yeah.
They're like sleeper best barbecue in Kansas City, I think.
They're definitely up there. I think they may have gotten.
They got a reward a couple years ago, right?
Recognized for
something in the pitch, I think.
Pitch or whatever, yeah. So.
I think it was best burn ends.
Maybe. I don't recall.
I don't remember.
So, yeah. All right. Do you have any categories you've been wanting to talk about?
I had a conversation with Gina the other day, and I don't know why I was thinking about this. Maybe it was because it was the last time I was mowing the yard for the season.
Oh, yeah.
But I was just like, what are, like... I was trying to bounce ideas off of her, and I'm just like, what are your, 5 favorite things that you like about owning a house?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just like, for me, it's, number 1 is being done with yard work for the season. Don't have to rake, don't have to mow. I might have to deal with snow, but, that's such a fleeting thing nowadays, having a big snowfall. But, being able to, put in garden beds and hang shit on the walls and, stuff that you don't really think about, when you're renting.
Yeah.
You can't...
You're like, I can't do it. So.
You can't landscape, you can't,
Yeah. I mean, I know house rentals are becoming much more popular now too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm getting after it.
Woo.
And because I know I enjoy mowing.
I love yard
I don't
work.
like having a bad yard. My yard now is a little rough.
Yeah.
And I just haven't had the time or I guess ability to. Nice. Really.
And we're both after it.
What's
going on today?
I don't know. But yeah, I haven't really been able to do much about, I don't want to say upkeep, but, enhancing the yard or making it better.
Yeah.
Because, I have, in my front yard, I have a bunch of roots sticking out from a tree. And it's like freaking trying to mow over a minefield.
Yeah, I've got that in our front yard, too. This massive fucking silver maple.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I mean, mine's, almost on top of the water main, too.
Yeah, so is ours. We have to, we really need to start putting, root killer down there so it doesn't, eventually, hopefully, I don't know. At some point, we're going to have to replace the water line from the house to the main.
Yeah.
Not looking forward to that at all, but.
I can understand that. One of the things I know I've always enjoyed, when, as far as owning a house, is being able to paint the rooms and change colors.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And I enjoy painting.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that kind of goes. I feel like that kind of falls under the umbrella of you can hang shit on the walls. You can you can put nails in the wall and put holes in it.
Yeah, I mean, granted, unfortunately, sometimes when you move into a new house, then you have to patch, nail holes and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've definitely been there.
I don't know. When is this episode airing?
This one will not this Friday.
So the following Friday.
This one will actually release on the
November 1st.
Yep.
Have we already talked about Halloween? We talked about Halloween movies.
We talked about Halloween movies, and scary movies and stuff, and we came across some not very good articles that we discussed.
Do you have any plans? I mean, I know you're doing cornhole that night.
Actually, I'm not doing cornhole.
Oh, really? Nice.
Because I'm not trying to compete with
Halloween.
With Halloween, no.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because it's going to end up probably being a slow ass night.
Yeah.
And I mean, and that's not even till next Friday anyway, too.
Yeah.
Or not
next
Friday,
Thursday. Yeah.
Next Thursday.
Yeah.
So it's kind of. I feel weird with it, where it's at. I just don't really have any plans.
Yeah, neither do we.
Week.
It's
have to work on Friday and stuff. So it's because Jen really wants to do something, and I'm just like, sorry, babe. I'm not really feeling it this year just because of when and how it falls.
I'm gonna have to work at 8 a.m. the next morning, so we don't want to go out.
Yeah.
We might finally. This will be the first year that we're at home, and we hope handing out candy.
Yeah.
Even then, I'm just give or take.
I mean, in my neighborhood, I don't think has a lot of kids in it. So
yeah.
I'm just I think last year, I was off on Halloween.
Yeah.
And I literally actually, that was the day I ran down to Arkansas to Cove, and then over to Springfield to hit up Holdfast.
Yeah, because I think it was on a Tuesday last year.
Tuesday or Wednesday.
And I think I had to close or work, and I'm just like, what am I don't want to dress up. Like I'm not a person that dresses up.
Yeah,
for Halloween.
And I have.
Yeah.
I usually do it like the Saturday before.
Yeah.
But it's when, Halloween's closer.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it the Saturday after.
Yeah, I guess last year I went as the Saturday before I was dressed as the Riddler.
Yeah.
And then I immediately sent that shit back
Nigel
in.
had ran into you guys
At
with the Strunks.
Yeah, fuck, where did we go?
You were at Hand and Glove.
Hand and Glove, and then we went to what's that other cocktail bar just down the street? Caddy Corner. Yeah, we went to Libations. Yeah. So yeah, we're probably just gonna be hanging out at home.
And there's just there's off years.
Yeah.
The hell is this?
Why are there lyrics?
I don't know. I mean, we're still on the hip hop station, so I don't know. We'll skip that one. Slick Satin is this next one. See, like this is from Harris Heller, which I always like Harris Heller stuff, and I know none of his stuff has words, or it literally says that it has words in it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he's done one album, like a rock album.
Oh, cool.
With one of his producers.
Cool.
At the time, and but then they did an instrumental version of all those songs.
Yeah.
Too, so that way you didn't have to, because he realizes that, people don't want words when they have music for streaming.
Yeah.
Right. And so, like, we're using Pretzel Rocks, just because I'm trying to not use my Spotify for just DMCA free music because it messes up all my algorithms as far as other playlists and stuff.
When you're using it on your spare time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just don't want to create another account. And Pretzel Rocks it's free, but they have a paid version.
Shout out to Pretzel Rocks.
Yeah, no, they're and they have some really cool stuff. Like they have game station specific for like Valorant and Forza. And,
oh, that's cool.
Dungeons and Dragons stuff and chess. And they have like some of their own labels. They even got a GTA station. And then they have a bunch of stations for just genre specific stuff. But each week they rotate in and out on, what channels are even available. And I've thought about, it's like $80 for the year for the premium. And then they have like a pro plan too that you can actually download tracks. I'm like, I don't need to download tracks.
No.
So,
I just want a fucking playlist.
Yeah, and all they have YouTube safe stuff too.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I know that, like, the cool thing about Stream Beats is like he literally has, like, if you go to his website, you can download a document. And so if you for some reason get like a DMCA strike on Twitch or YouTube or whatever, you can literally give them that paperwork and be like, no, like this literally is created from a person that made this specifically for streaming.
Yeah.
And because he's like, I will never sue anybody. He's like, as long as you're not re-uploading it as like original content.
Yeah. Don't say you made it.
Yeah. And like, he's not even looking for like, like, hey, make sure you credit me on everything.
Yeah.
Just don't try and re-upload it as original content.
Yeah.
So, and I know, like, I've used some of his stuff in some of our videos as well.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of them I've put, music by Stream Beats.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, speaking of let's see how I need to pull up. Oh, my computer doesn't decide to be stupid on me and shut itself down. And what am I looking for here? Because all of our episodes are on YouTube now as well.
Oh, sick.
So we are literally listed on Apple, which then includes a couple other podcasting platforms.
Yeah.
We're on Spotify, Amazon, YouTube, iHeartRadio, and Deezer.
I don't know that last one.
Deezer is a big one for like streamers and stuff.
Yeah.
Too.
Okay.
See, let's go to our content. Our video. We have 11 views on our video. I mean, and for having not really pushed it too much.
Yeah.
Like, and it's an hour and a half long.
Yeah, it's a commitment.
It's definitely a commitment, and it's our first video, so it's like, I'm not, trying to push it too hard either.
Yeah.
Just to, just get it out there, see kind of how it does. And what, if we get any sort of feedback on it.
Yeah. Sort of the organic growth route,
Yeah. It does look like I need to go and fix all the previous episodes. Look like it might be on private. So you almost have to have the link.
What are the things? It says, something says copyright?
Huh? What?
Under restrictions.
Where?
Looks like.
This is if we have any sort of
Okay.
issues. Like, it'll pop up there.
I'm like, wait, what's being copywritten?
Now, we did do a short, and our short
Yeah, the short's gotten
over 500 views.
Yeah, that's nice.
So, and I'm not mad at
That's
that
cool.
at all. It's got 4 likes
All right.
and 1 dislike.
Oh, fuck them.
Not sure who did that. It might have been whoever the beer was.
Yeah.
For that segment. Meh, whatever.
Hey, make better beer.
Yeah, I mean, that was only talking about like the whole aroma aspect
Yeah.
anyway. So,
Because, I mean, yeah, I guess, I was thinking about, talking about baseball because we have our World Series set, but by the time this episode airs, like, everyone knows it's the Dodgers and the Yankees,
yeah.
which is kind of what I wanted in the first place once
kinda
the
what I
Royals
wanted,
got, like, out. I didn't want to see a Yankees and Mets World Series.
That Subway Series. Although that would be more entertaining because then I was talking about, like, well, how dull would a Cleveland and Dodgers freaking.
Yeah, that'd be boring.
Like, that just feel like that's.
Yeah. I
doesn't
mean,
have
it
a
was Kansas City and the Mets and Kansas City and San Francisco.
Yeah. I mean, San Francisco was a hot team
Yeah, they were.
at that time, though,
Yeah.
too.
And I mean, the Mets haven't really been good since 2015 either.
No, they haven't.
They haven't, they've kind of had a drought like Kansas City has.
Yeah. Well, and then they kind of came back into it this year, though.
Yeah,
too.
their season this year
Kinda
was
like
wild.
Kansas City.
Yeah.
So,
No, I like, I like LA versus New York. Seems very, I think it's going to turn a lot of people away, but I mean, it's the 2 largest markets in America.
true. Yeah. I mean, I know,
You know?
LA's not much of it's not a football market, really.
No, they are baseball and basketball. Like,
Yeah.
they love the Dodgers and they love the Lakers. They don't give a shit about the Rams. They don't give a shit about the Chargers.
And that's, having spent a lot of money to do the whole, and I feel like it's the NFL trying to force NFL
And
or
the second,
force football onto LA.
yeah,
Because this is like the 3rd time now that there's been teams in LA.
Yeah.
Because then you had, like Oakland, the Raiders, were in Oakland, went to LA,
Back to Oakland.
and
Now they're in Vegas.
And then you had the Rams were
St. Louis.
somewhere else, went to LA, and then to St. Louis.
Yeah.
And now they're back to LA as well.
Yeah.
So it's like, how come you keep forcing the same teams? So does that mean
Because I think that, correct me if I'm wrong, I might be wrong, I don't know. I feel like at one point, wasn't it the St. Louis, I feel like the Cardinals were a team elsewhere before they landed in Arizona.
I think they were in St. Louis, yeah.
So they had 2 Cardinals teams. Is that true? Can we Google this before I...
Make an ass of myself.
Yeah. I swear they were somewhere else before they went to Arizona. Hold, please.
It says, nicknamed after the Cardinal red jerseys they donned in the early years, the team operated in Chicago from 59, in St. Louis from 1960 to 87, then moved to Arizona following the 87
Okay,
season.
so they were in St. Louis. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, I mean, the St. Louis Cardinals have been there a long time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so I don't see the Arizona Cardinals moving anywhere else.
No, I don't think so.
One of the only teams that's never even been to a Super Bowl.
No, they did.
Have they?
Yeah.
I swear, they're like one of the few teams that has never.
No, it was Steelers Cardinals. And I'm pretty sure that's the one that
Then they didn't win.
I think Kurt Warner was. I think he won that game.
No, Kurt Warner was with.
He was in
in Arizona, but he won with St. Louis.
Really? Okay, I believe you. We should look this up again. But I know it was Cardinals Steelers in a Super Bowl. And yeah, maybe I think that's when Pittsburgh may have won like their 5th one or something. But I could have sworn the Cardinals have won at least one Super Bowl.
Okay, so yeah, they were in 2009, and that was against the Steelers.
Yeah.
But they did not win. So I think they're like one of the only teams to never win a Super Bowl. Santonio Holmes was the MVP.
Wow.
And it was Kurt Warner. Yep. I think that was one of his last years.
I think so.
Yeah, the Arizona Cardinals have played in one game in the Super Bowl all time.
Wow. Yeah, that's more than the Lions.
Yeah.
Or the Browns.
Ugh. Speaking of Browns.
Oh, Deshaun Watson.
They are just getting worse by the week, aren't they?
Yeah, how is that even possible? How can a dumpster fire get worse?
Freaking trying to put it out with freaking...
with gasoline?
Gasoline?
Yeah,
exactly. Oh, man. That is rough.
Yeah.
That's just going that bad. I recently saw it, or I saw the thing this morning too. It was talking about how, crap. I'm blanking on it. Was it Antonio Brown?
Oh yeah.
Lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
No, Devontae Adams.
Or Devontae
Yeah.
Lost to the Steelers.
As a Raider.
As a Raider, got traded to the Jets, and then
lost to them again.
And that game did not look good either.
No, but I took a lot of satisfaction, like watching Aaron Rodgers throw all those interceptions.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it felt so good.
Like, who's he going to blame now?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like they did look like a better offense.
They did, yes.
But I don't think that Devontae is going to save the season or going to save the team.
No, they're not making it. I saw a thing earlier this morning, too. It was Zach Wilson, after 7 starts, was like 4-3.
Yeah.
Where
Aaron Rodgers,
thank you, is like 2-5.
Yeah. I can't stand that guy at all. Yeah. So I want nothing but them to lose.
It's one of those things, like I was thinking about this yesterday, and it's like, you either die a hero or you live long enough to become a villain.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Favre did it too.
Yeah.
Right? Where he kind of became like this villain. Brady kind of has done it.
Yeah.
So, let's see what happens with,
Patrick Mahomes. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I love that truck that he did. Like
hit
stick that dude.
He just bam,
just shouldered him, dude.
Yeah. And just floored him.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And like the memes I've been seeing.
Oh yeah, where like this dude is jacked, and then it's like a photo of Patrick Mahomes and with his dad bod.
Yeah, it's like, well, sometimes when you run into a wall, it doesn't matter how fit you are.
They're like, which one was going to take out the other one? Like if you thought it was the muscle bound freak, then you're wrong.
Yeah, if you thought the quarterback was going to win that tackle match,
yeah, you're. Who's betting on that?
No shit.
Like, where's the parlay on that?
It was funny. Like, and I actually kind of called it. I wish I could have almost, like, I pay attention a lot to spreads and, over-unders and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I didn't pay attention to over-under on this game. But, we had a group of guys in the brewery early Sunday, and we were talking about it, and they thought, like, oh, this feels like it's a trap game because of, they just, they haven't overly proven themselves.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, let's look at the spread. I looked at it and so I was like, oh, it has the Niners favored by 2.5. And I didn't realize it at the time. That basically meant the Chiefs were favored by 0.3.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to get 3 points at home.
3 points at home. Yeah.
And I didn't realize it at the time until later when I was talking to somebody else. I'm like, oh, the Chiefs are favored, or the Niners are favored by 2.5. I'm like, having done the research, I don't think I've talked about this on the podcast before, but like a couple years ago, like when I had some free time, like I just kind of literally went into how bad the Chiefs were against the spread.
Yeah.
And like in a 3-year period, they were favored in like, and not postseason, but they were favored in like all but 2 games. They won one of those, so outright.
Uh-huh.
And in those 3 years, and all the games they were favored, they only covered the spread 8 times.
Wow.
Yeah. And
wow, that's rough.
And it's, to me, like what I was noticing, like if it was always like a close spread, like they would blow it out of the water.
If it was like by a point,
yeah,
or by a possession,
and
or
if
something.
it was like, oh, it's going to be 14 points, which I mean, statistically, you could say like, okay, if you're favored by 14 points, it's going to be hard to cover that regardless.
Yeah.
Like the other team only has to play halfway decent to help cover that spread.
Yeah.
Right? Because there was a couple. I think the biggest spread they ever had was like 15, 16 points.
Wow.
And
For the Chiefs?
For the Chiefs, yeah.
Wow.
And one of the games that they weren't favored, and I don't think they won, was against the Patriots, and the Patriots were favored by like 10.
Yeah.
And I think they may have covered the spread on that, but still end up losing.
Wow.
But so what I've kind of noticed as a trend, it seems like if the other team's favored, and it's happened a little bit more in the last year and a half now or whatever, it seems like if the other team's favored, if it's a big favorite, the Chiefs usually don't win or cover, right?
Yeah.
They may cover it, but they're usually not winning. If it's a close, then they're usually blowing it out of the water. So I literally looked at it. I'm like, oh, let me see. The Niners are favored by 2.5. Chiefs are going to win by 10. And what was the final score?
They won by 10, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
Was it 24-14?
I think it was.
Or
it was like
I don't remember.
38 to 28, wasn't it?
Because I'm just like at one point I saw it was like 21-12, and I'm just like, rush, woo.
Yeah. For now, I don't think it was that high of a score. Let me pull up the ESPN again. 28-18. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
I'm like 38. No, that wasn't that high. So yeah,
because they're a part of. I think there's only the Chiefs and maybe five or 7 other teams that have allowed less than 20 points a game this season.
Oh, and I hadn't even really paid attention to that aspect.
But I think it's like the Chiefs, the Broncos, the Chargers, Chicago, Minnesota. Oh, I can't remember. I saw it yesterday. I'm just like, damn, I didn't realize. Oh, that was nice.
Nice.
I didn't realize that the Chiefs were allowing under 20 points a game.
And that's just like, I feel like everybody always talks about Steve
Their
Spagnuolo,
defense is sneaky good, man.
But yet, then they never really talk about, like, the only place you hear Steve Spagnuolo defenses and stuff is
when they're talking about championship games.
Any sports media that has a Kansas City person.
Yeah,
like
Nick
Wright,
yeah.
Chase Daniel,
yeah.
Who's part of on the facility.
Whoa.
God damn.
God. Oh, my God.
I'm 3 for 3 on spilling shit today. So, like, I know, like, they really harp on the Steve Spagnuolo defenses.
Yeah.
And I feel like,
I think he's the best defensive coordinator in the league right now.
Killing it already this year.
I think he's the best one in the league.
And I was kind of saying this last year. People are like, oh, they're just not so solid. I'm like, I feel like the Chiefs are at this point where they know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah. But no one knows how to stop them still.
No. And, like, so, like, they're not putting it all out there until they need to.
Yeah.
Because, like, last year, like I was saying, I'm like, I think, they knew they were going to lose some games. And they kind of didn't put it all out there. They were trying to play the long game to get to the championship, right? And so, like, I feel like, maybe they had a couple games that got away from them because they had a couple really close games. I remember, like, the Jets game ended up being pretty close last year, too. And I feel like, they knew exactly what they were doing. And, like, the losses that they took, except for maybe 2 of them, because then they had 6 losses. And 2 of them, I think, got away from them.
Yeah.
Where they were expecting to win that game, and it just got away from them.
Yeah.
But the ones that they lost, I think they were okay losing.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like one of them or 2 of them were against NFC teams. So it's not like...
It's not going to hurt your chances of seeding.
Exactly.
What do we got here, Brian?
This is Bier Co's Schwarzbier.
Ah, yes. Schwarzbier. Sehr good.
In cans now.
Wow.
And they're doing direct print, aren't they? Oh, wait. Are they? It feels like it's direct print, but...
I don't know. I picked up a 6-pack of the Arrow Red Lager the other day, and it was a sticker.
It feels like sticker, but at the same
like
time,
the bottom
I
half
see
was
it's
sticker.
just the bottom
Yeah.
portion. Okay, it is direct print, but the bottom part is sticker. Okay, I see it now.
So yeah, Schwarzbier. We got a what is that, like a dark German style lager?
It's a traditional German style beer, which is mostly what Bier Co does anyway.
Yeah.
And occasionally they do like
I
one-offs.
love their beer, man. It's so good.
But Schwarzbier is a black lager.
Huge fan of Bier Co. Shout out to Bier Co.
Oh yeah.
Cheers,
sir.
Shout out to Chris Ham.
Yep.
One of the brewers.
He always brings
He brought this. I took one home and I haven't cracked it open yet.
Well,
so.
I saw the 6-pack and I'm like, that wasn't there yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take one home for the podcast.
Yeah, he brought it in on Saturday, I think after you left.
Yeah. It's got a little bit more sweetness to it.
God damn, that's good.
But
I love dark lagers so much.
No, they got solid stuff.
Yeah, it's good.
So, all right. Well, let me see. We need to try and keep this episode under an hour and 6 minutes.
All right. Well, we got
a little bit of time.
It's 45. We're 45 in.
Just because I think I talked about this on one of the previous episodes where I got, the billing cycle came up, and because we had the three subscribers now, with Chad,
Ellie and Miranda.
So shout out to them and thank you for the
Thank you guys.
support. I end up having to upload an extra however much time over the allotted. Nice. And so it ended up charging me $2.
Damn.
I'm like, well, based off
yeah.
what I have been paying.
Yeah.
I mean, I kept the server up based off of old podcast, the original entity of this podcast.
Yeah.
Before you were involved with it, and before you and I even knew each other, because I had started it back in during COVID.
Yeah.
And that was right before I got into streaming as well. And so I just kept those episodes up for a long time. I've since taken them down. They're still uploaded to the server, but they're not published or anything.
Yeah.
And one of those was with Nigel. But I kept paying for it month after month. And I'm just there was a couple times I thought about taking it down, and I'm just no, because I really want to keep
It'll
it
come
up
back around.
And here we are now.
Here we are, man. We're
doing
8 months in.
episode 40 right now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So yeah, this is it's been
wild.
awesome. And we've done some upgrades, so we got some better mics and some better mic arms.
Yeah, this is nice, man. I feel official.
Yeah.
I feel like I should be on the radio.
Well, and that's the idea is, doing, if we go more towards, more video stuff as well.
Yeah.
Where we have something a little bit. And I picked up some of the wireless microphones too, so we can try that out for certain video aspects as well.
Yeah, maybe next time when we don't have a work meeting.
Yeah.
We can try that out.
Yeah. Because I think, today, we're going to try and knock out a video because I know Chad brought in a beer for us as well. And then I picked up some Vine Street beers as well.
Oh, nice.
That were kind of specialty releases.
Yeah.
Like a Belgian Dubel.
Yeah.
And then Des, who is one of the brewers, she actually did her own recipe recently.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that post.
The Obscura Floral.
Yeah.
It's an Imperial Tropical Stout.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
So, yeah, it's 8%.
That's going to be fun.
So, yeah, I want to try and get some of those videos done. So, that's why we talked about only doing one episode today.
Yeah.
Which it actually covers us because we already have an episode for this 25th.
Yep, for this coming Friday.
Or 25th, 26th.
Whatever
25th.
fucking day. Yeah.
And then this episode will release on the 1st.
Yeah.
And so then if we record again next week, then that's, I think hopefully we're starting to get back into a good schedule and
it's been a weird
some better habits.
Month and a half.
Yeah. Well, because you had your wedding.
Yeah, since mid-September, it's been weird.
Yeah.
And
so I'm not mad at it, and I'm ready for it to be November and hopefully things to slow down a little bit and start getting a little bit more consistency because I still need to work on the house as well, especially after the whole sewage backup stuff too.
Yeah.
And then, start going through some stuff, get organized,
So now I was going to bring this up. This is completely random. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
But with her starting her classes on the 4th, so 2 weeks from today.
On a Monday, yeah.
I think she's in school from like 5 to 10 p.m.
Oh, really? Okay.
So do you want to potentially start recording in the evening instead of in the afternoon?
No, I'm fine with that.
Because I don't know what her work schedule's like, but I know like it's just going to be like
So
we figured out the only time we're going to see each other that isn't just like in passing is Friday evening and all day on Sunday.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, well, if we could potentially switch recordings to Monday evenings, which I feel like gives us more time to like we can I like the afternoon recordings, but sometimes I feel like, oh shit, it's 3:00, 4:00, I gotta get home. And
yeah. Well, because I know you've been doing the
Strunk dinner
stuff, so obviously that'll have to change for you guys as well now,
I think we're gonna do that on Thursday or Sundays. I can't remember what day we decided on.
Yeah.
But Monday evenings I think would work out well.
And then maybe we can get Mr. Strunk on.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Call him up.
Yeah, we could
get
get
one of the
Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe get some beers and
finally get Nigel in on this on a Monday evening.
Yeah, because I mean he's usually working at Diametric, but and then now I definitely want to start charging forward more on this. Because I'm hearing the support and people are listening to the episodes. And obviously we need to start pushing it more on social media, trying to grow and whatnot.
Yeah,
and I'm definitely excited, and especially doing more video stuff too.
I like the video stuff,
and trying to do more short form videos, either super long form like we did with
the YouTube
with the pumpkin video. And maybe not that long.
Never again while I drink a pumpkin beer.
Yeah. And it's funny because I've looked at that pumpkin cider a couple times. I'm just like, nope.
Yeah, I've side-eyed it, and I'm just like, nah.
Yeah, it's like
not today, not today, devil.
No.
Stay back, foul temptress.
Yeah, well, because then what was it like? Literally the week after that, like I was at Total Wine, and there was an Imperial pumpkin lager, and I'm like, no, I can't. I can't.
No, I'm out. Hard pass.
So that'll be pretty nice, I think, because we can start focusing on more video stuff as well.
Yeah.
I want to kind of rearrange this space because that was one of the thoughts I had when I was not able to sleep last night. It's like, I want to change the space, or like, okay, we don't have to make as many alterations between doing audio and video stuff. We can try and hopefully have, both things kind of set up and, start getting the wireless microphones figured out because they should be able to connect straight to the processor as well.
Are there very many breweries open on Monday evenings?
Diametric, Vine Street is.
Yeah.
Fringe.
Because we could potentially take the show on the road on a Monday night.
Yeah. I know there's a couple. I'm blanking on anything else at the moment.
Yeah.
But I know there's a couple. You know what? I feel like. No, I don't think Frishin is. But no, we definitely need to try and get out a little bit more as well.
Yeah.
And, we could use the other road caster as like our travel one. It's bigger, but at the same time, if we're traveling, we're going to probably have more people.
Because can you it's hard, to me, it's hard to imagine that, it was over a year ago when we went out to Casual Animal, we went to Grinders, we went to Rochester, we
both happened to be off on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm just like, damn, that was a long time ago, and that was a fucking
Rochester's
that was fun.
Open on Mondays.
Well, yeah, I think so, because they're also a coffee shop. So
yeah.
I think they're just open.
I think they're open 7 days. Yeah.
I think so.
So yeah, we'll definitely need to look at that and start getting on the road.
Yeah, I can't believe that was a year ago, dude.
I know. It's been insane. Literally, we are actually just coming up on a year of having the event space done too.
Yeah, that's wild.
Because November 10th is when we got our occupancy license for that building.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a wild ride.
Time flies, dude.
I mean, and the enhancements we've done to even that, it's cut down on cornhole space, but at the same time, cornhole has leveled out a little bit more too.
Yeah.
As a whole, so I'm fine with only having the 4 sets. There's times where I wish I still had a 5th set, but
did that space get utilized during the catering event? All the food stuff? Did Bryan use?
Bryan set up in that middle area.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we still have a portion of that table area that didn't get completely utilized. Now, underneath got utilized for storage and stuff. So,
yeah.
it's acceptable.
I just didn't know if like that cold hold was being used.
Yeah, no, he used not the top portion,
Yeah.
but he did keep stuff underneath
in the fridge.
to be able to quickly replenish stuff. So
Cool.
And then I've been starting to keep some of the overage as far as like the ciders and NAs and stuff over there, or any of the soda stuff that we had for the cocktails during event parties. So, no, we're definitely getting things together a little bit more. Now we just need to start getting some more bookings, which is mostly on me.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me, to try and get more of those bookings.
Yeah.
So
got to start somewhere.
I got another button I got to push too.
Ooh wee.
Yeah, because I know that was the 3 buttons we had talked about.
Yeah. The Barney burp, the loading onto the internet sound.
Yeah. That one actually kind of cracks me up now too.
That's a good one.
Yeah, and I actually had to shorten it down because it got into that high pitch.
Oh yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, no, I can't do
hard
that
pass.
part. And it ends up being like I cut it in like half. It's like 8 seconds long.
Wow.
It was like 16 seconds long. I'm like,
Wow.
no, that's too long. And technically, I actually went and modified this one too.
Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Oh, I like that.
Because it was the whole clip.
Yeah.
Where it had Cotton in there. It's like, I'm being told that Average Joe's doesn't have enough players to move on. And then it's Jason Bateman. It's a bold strategy. So I just cut it down to it's a bold strategy. Because we say that so much.
Oh, yeah. Bold move, Cotton.
Yeah. So anyway, we should probably finish this episode up and try and knock out a vidya or two.
A vidya.
Yeah.
One of them vidjas that I hear all the kids talking about on the Tic Tacs.
Yeah, with the doom scrollings and stuff.
Ooh, I have gotten really bad at that.
Yes. Me too.
I have deleted and then reinstalled Twitter on my phone at least 3 times in the past 2 months.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can't stop myself.
Phrasing. I don't know.
F&A, Cotton. F&A.
If
I don't
there
know.
was a little thing there that said,
I can't read that.
Well, not with that attitude. It's the pink one.
Phrasing.
There we go.
I mean, Grant, I can always go up here.
I mean, I guess I really don't need I don't need the cheat sheet. It's a lot quieter on that.
Yeah, I need to turn up the volume on some of those.
Yeah, this is a cool little device, man. It's fun.
Yeah, I mean, 'cause we got that one. We got that one on there too. I got a lot more buttons on my Stream Deck.
I do like being able to scroll through though. That's cool.
Oh, you want to fuck with the one of the changers?
Is it gonna work for me this time? No.
No, apparently it will not.
That sucks.
I'll have to figure that out for you.
Yeah, I want my voice to be modulated.
Yeah, I'll mess with the. Like I said, there's a lot that goes into this thing.
Yeah,
I need to figure out some stuff.
Yeah.
So,
well.
Yeah. Anyway,
good chat.
Yeah, no, it was a good episode, and I was excited for today, even though
Me too.
we literally recorded last week.
Yeah, I look forward to Mondays, man.
Yeah,
I look forward to this a lot.
It's fun, and look forward to putting content out there for the masses.
For the masses,
if you will. I mean, we just need more masses now.
Yeah, we need
a bigger mass.
Yeah, we need a massive mass.
A massive masses. Yes. Anyway, shout out to the subscribers. We already did it once, but anybody who's also following and listening to the podcast, thank you all for listening and following the podcast. Be sure to
like and subscribe,
follow, subscribe on all
the socials.
All the socials. I mean, mostly Instagram.
Like you said, we're on YouTube now.
We are on YouTube now, and so our episodes are on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
Apparently not all the episodes, so I need to go and look into that. But we're getting things, we're growing and getting things figured out. I got you.
Phrasing.
There you go. I do. I could say you're like, oh damn it, you got me in mid drink.
Thank you. I was mid drink. Yeah.
Yeah. And so we're figuring things out and gonna keep doing what we're doing and
darn tootin'.
And maybe we can get that 1% of the Kelsey contract.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, not directly from them.
Yeah,
but 1% of what they made would be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, 0.5% of what they made
would be nice.
Yeah. I mean, you got to figure. I mean, and then if you keep going, even 0.025 of what they made is
what is it?
That's
250,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with 0.01.
Yeah.
What was that? 10?
10,000? Yeah. and then just go from there.
Yeah.
I mean, we could definitely make some upgrades to, and
oh yeah,
that'd be a nice little catapult to help us.
I mean, we could buy all the Batman Lego sets and build those.
And I really want to start set. And that's another reason why I want to try and change the area so I can do video on. Like, I want to do a series of the reels with me putting the.
I've been watching more and more
series
people
together.
put together like elaborate Lego sets, and I'm like, fuck, I should have been doing this with all my. I could break them, and then
we talked about that too.
and then just redo them and film myself.
You could, yeah.
I could film myself first destroying it,
That
and then
would
putting
be,
it back together.
Yeah, that would. You could make that an interesting series though too.
Oh god, I would hate myself.
Well, yeah.
Like, especially if like a brick got scratched or dented or something, and I'm gonna notice it.
Yeah. Did you see that video I sent you on taking the stickers back off?
No.
I sent you a video on Instagram. It was showing how to take the stickers back off.
Oh god, I hate the stickers so much.
So that way, if you don't place it, there's kind of like a little hack on how to.
Well,
try to do it
I've
back
definitely fucked up some sticker placement, and I'm just like, no one's gonna notice except for me.
Except
It's
for me.
gonna-
And I'm just gonna sit there.
I'm gonna lose sleep over it.
All right. Anyway,
Well, here we go.
again thank you everybody for giving us a listen on this episode.
That's right.
Excuse me.
It's been a burpy episode.
It's been a very podcast or episode
name. Burpy episode.
Burpy episode. I should write that down. But yeah, we'll make sure we do better next time, right?
We'll always try our best.
Yes, absolutely. A burpy episode. So I don't forget.
Burpy episode for the masses.
040. There we go. All right.
Well,
Thank you, everybody. And we'll talk to you next time.
toodles.
Cheers. You got to hold it.